Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are in the 2024 INFINITI QX55 Sensory All-Wheel Drive.
To infinity and beyond.
The brand's SUV coupe, a vehicle I think you've had some time with before we got here. And we'll get into all of that, including how this works for our family of three. Stay tuned.
Gosh, we should have been playing our CDs this whole time.
Get out the flip book.
I still have my flip book. We could have been listening to Lumbar
Oh boy.
over and over.
Taking us back. Yeah. All right, Holly. 2024 INFINITI QX55. I do believe you've already been in one of these. Am I correct?
Yes, I have driven one of these when I did INFINITI's winter drive event. I got to drive it in the snow and ice.
Okay.
It wasn't the featured INFINITI,
Right.
but they had all of them out there for us to try.
Featured was the QX60,
Yes.
which we have also had on this channel, but not your first sampling of
Not
this?
my first sampling.
Not your
of
first
this.
rodeo?
My first sampling on regular roads, though.
Yes. And in our normal life, which is what we like to do here, vehicle reviews for real life.
Yep.
What are your impressions on the exterior looks of this?
I really like it. It's
Yeah.
really pretty. Shockingly, I even like the red.
Yes.
Yeah, it is a pretty shade of red.
Of course, I like the red.
Of course
he
you
does,
do.
too.
It's a different shade of red. It's like a cherry.
Yeah.
I still like cherry red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not any kind of red.
Yeah.
And it's got perhaps your most talked about exterior feature that you love, curves. Curves for
Just
days.
curves.
I'm looking at curves on curves on curves on the hood right here in front of us. But
Yeah,
very
and there's
curvaceous.
a few little accents on the outside that make it interesting too, like the black mirrors and
You've got the satin caps on the mirrors on the other side.
yeah. So it's really nice. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. What do you think of the SUV coupe-like lines of it?
I like it.
Yeah. Kind of gives it sporty athletic look, or
Yeah, sporty athletic look. Yeah, it doesn't give off droopy diaper vibes like some coupes do.
Oh, what about stinky baby car booties?
Oh, well, good. It's not that easy.
So you bring up droopy diaper butt. The Genesis GV70, the first one we ever got was a white one. I would say that would be the competitor to this. And that was a complaint you did have of that one.
Yeah.
Not
yeah,
so
but-
here in the QX55.
No,
Yeah, I did not like that.
no, you didn't? Okay.
All right. Very good. Curvaceous exterior.
Uh-huh.
What are your thoughts inside?
I really like the inside.
I knew you would.
I like all the different textures that you have. There's a couple of different accent colors. I really like the cream accent colors. Interestingly, because this is like all black and this is cream, it makes this look really slender, like kind of a trick of the eyes that there's not really anything right here unless you have all your crap here like we do. But it doesn't have that gloss black down here,
Yes.
which I hate. So this is nice little, not gloss black.
What are your thoughts on the asymmetry and all the curvaceous flowing lines?
I like it. I mean, it's different than most cars that you're in, and it gives off the luxury feel. And then you got your Bose speakers here.
Yep.
It's very nice. I like it.
I would say,
I like whatever texture this is.
yeah, it's meant to evoke wood. I don't think it's real wood.
It might be.
Maybe.
It might be real wood.
Yeah.
It feels like real wood.
I would say
If it's not real wood, it's real close.
convincing.
It's very convincing.
I would say this interior was designed more for you than it was for me. It is very nice, very luxurious, a little more feminine, classy touch. What are your thoughts? We talk a lot about screens and technology. We've got lots of screens in this one. We've got a head-up display, digital display behind the steering wheel, CarPlay here, and this extra screen here.
This one is not my fave. It's little. The video is not the best quality. It's a little too far to...
But they gave you the
But
knob.
you do have the knob. I
You
like
like the knobs and Mazdas, so...
I do like the knob.
Yeah.
It's just a bit much.
Yeah.
You've got the screen here, the screen here. It's a bit much on the screen. But you do have an analog gate.
Yeah, I knew
You
you'd
do
like
have a
that.
head-up display.
I knew you'd like that.
Right.
Yep. So it's got some good features, and it still have physical hard buttons for things like your climate control, heated and ventilated seats. What's my favorite thing?
It's remember.
Yes.
But yeah, I haven't really done much with this screen because pretty much everything that I use is
On the
out
side.
there.
Yeah. And then
I like that.
it's got a relic of the past.
No?
Do you even know what this is right here?
Oh, it's a CD player?
Yes.
Oh,
Perhaps
wow.
the last vehicle on the market that still has a CD slot.
Gosh, we should have been playing our CDs this whole time.
Get out the flip book.
I had no idea. I still have my flip book. I had no idea we could have been listening to Umbop
Oh boy.
over and over.
Taking us back. Yeah. But fairly good design in here. What are your thoughts on storage though?
This is a bit small, but I do like the little, it's, okay, so it's deep, but it's small, and it's got a weird, like,
Cut out, bump out.
bump out right here, yeah, that I don't love, but I do like the shelf.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if something, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not the best layout.
But it is, it's got, felt lined, so nothing's going to rattle around in there.
Plenty of storage down here in the door. 2 cup holders here. Qi wireless charger up here, which I've been calling the phone heater. And then an interesting glove box.
Because it doesn't charge, is that what
Yeah, it just turns your phone really hot. An interesting glove box. It's all felt lined, but it's just kind of a small door and then like a big hole back here. I don't know. Interesting storage. Tucker, what are your thoughts riding back there?
Pretty nice.
Pretty nice. I guess now would be a good time to cut to putting in Tucker's child safety seat back there and talking rear storage before we turn on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas. The back seat of the QX55 is an interesting one. I'll go ahead and climb in, show you that, yes, for an adult, there's plenty of room back here in the back. We get tri-zone climate controls with air vents on the back of the center console. Nothing up in the ceiling, but controls down here. Heated outboard seats, USB-C and USB-A power ports back here. A little bit of a center tunnel for the all-wheel drive. Storage and map pockets on both of the front seats. Storage in the doors. A repeat of the materials from up front, so it's not a terrible place to be. And you can tell, yeah, I'm sitting a little upright at 5'10". I could not sit like this. Like, this is impossible, but the good news is it's a reclining rear seat, so there is plenty of room here, which will come in handy when we put in Tucker's child safety seat. We also have a fold-down center armrest that kind of does the Toyota thing, though this seat is leaning forward a little bit. 2 cup holders, a place for your phone, so you've got a little bit of room here. Center seat belt, but kind of narrow on the center seat. Could not put 3 car seats in this one. I'll go ahead and say that. There. Same seating material, it feels like, semi-aniline leather, but it just says seating surfaces, so that's probably just kind of the cream colored part. Nice padded armrests. Very nice back seat back here, but we'll go ahead and bring in Tucker's child safety seat. This is the first time I'm putting this in this vehicle. We'll go ahead and put it in its rear-facing format. This is his same Graco Extend-A-Fit child safety seat he rode in when he was rearward facing, and you can see, yeah, we're gonna need to move that power passenger seat up. So 8-way power, just like the driver's seat, 4-way lumbar, all that up here on the front passenger seat. But in order to actually make that usable, you're gonna have to move it up quite a bit. Now climbing in here, I could ride here, my knees aren't touching the dash. It's not the most comfortable, but it is a livable situation for the short amount of time you will have a child in a rear-facing seat. But as we turn this around and hopefully adjust the recline on it, go ahead and pop the top tether, top strap back behind the headrest here. Make sure we're not all tangled up here and get that back in place back there. I'll note that there are lower anchor points, lower latch points on the two outboard seats that are marked with buttons, nothing in the middle. So if you did put a child safety seat there, you're either going to be doing the seatbelt method, which the seatbelt itself is mounted to the seats, not the ceiling, or you can steal from the outboard seats. The latch points are between the seat back and the seat bottom. So there's a little bit of tightness in between the material, but you can see fairly easy to snug down into place. So that is very nice. And then something I really like is a 60-40 split folding seat that does scoot forward. So I don't actually have to go all the way around to the back to put this top tether in, though I do have to put it in a little bit blind back here. Let's see if I can do it without seeing what I'm doing. And yes, we can. Go ahead, tighten that down, snug it down from the side as best I can. Gonna have to do a little more finessing off camera, but a fairly easy install that can be done completely here from the side of the vehicle. So I like that a lot. Now Tucker's got plenty of room. Let's go check out that storage situation in the back now. At the back of the QX55, you can see, yes, it is an SUV coupe, so we have some diminished returns on our rear cargo. Nice little hidden button. Can you find it to open the rear hatch? Yes, it is hidden right there in the INFINITI logo and the disappearing road. And it gives you a nice wide opening. I can say we can open this in our 1963 built garage just fine. And then you can see your cargo space back here. Decent cargo space, though it fails in comparison to what I think is the biggest competitor to this in the Cadillac XT5. Falls just a little bit short, and again, that is due to the SUV coupe-like nature of it. There you can see the difference in recline from fully upright to what works for child's safety seats right there. And you can see we do have top tether anchor points all the way across. We do have some hidden storage underneath. I'll go ahead and move my backpack out of the way, but not as much as you would think. You've got this hinged section right here with a little bit of extra storage that goes down kind of deep, but we do have, it is hard plastic everywhere in here. So if you put something in here, and I can tell you for a fact, I've heard this rattling back here in the back, you will hear it. Then, go ahead and do this. I'm left-handed, switch hands. You do have more storage, sort of, but you can see that's where we've got some additional electronics for this vehicle. So you really wouldn't be storing things under that larger section back there, and just due to the packaging of this vehicle. We can fold the rear seats down from back here, although you can see my front seat is just a little too far back for that to fall forward all the way, which is a nice touch and does expand the somewhat narrow cargo of this. Coming to me at 5'10", you can see where I line up underneath the hatch. We do have a power button right here that does bring it to a close. All right, family, ride and handling discussion. We are on or about to embark on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas. What are your thoughts? How is the ride here?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, Tucker, thoughts?
Well, it's a little bumpy, but it kind of makes my eardrum inside my ear kind of bounce a little bit and it tickles.
Okay. Okay. We did, just as Tucker started talking, hit the biggest bump. We heard it more than we felt it. I will say this accentuates a problem that may be unique just to our test vehicle, but there is some weird rubber on rubber noise coming from here somewhere, and it's driving me crazy. Like,
yeah, it is.
What is that?
We've moved things. We've tried to jiggle stuff.
I don't know what it is.
No.
Is it the dash? Is it the door? I don't know. But it's driving me crazy. But in the week
That's the only thing.
in the week that we've had this, we picked it up at the airport, the hectic downtown DFW airport, and we were able to hop in it, get fairly familiar with it in DFW traffic. So, I mean, visibility, how was the visibility for you?
The visibility is good. The back window is a little small, especially when you have a car seat in there. But other than that, and like I said, the video is not great quality. But yeah, other than that, it's been really good, I think.
I'd say the only real annoyance is whatever this noise is. But yeah, we were able to hop in it very easily, see out of it very nicely. Though you and I both remarked on the exact same thing. Every time we get in it, we feel like we're like sitting up over everything in here. I feel like all the armrests are really low.
That's true, yeah.
And I can't drop the seat down. I don't know.
Anymore.
Yeah.
We did drop the seat down. Trying to fix it.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm up. But perhaps they were trying to give you the feeling of sitting up higher because it is a lower vehicle than most people prefer.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like more like a tall car than a small SUV.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been fun. How's it been driving around?
Easy.
Yeah.
I would say I mean, I may be skipping ahead, but I think anybody who bought this car would be happy with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean ringing endorsement from the female consumer.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for just your regular everyday car and not like a sports car or a recreational car, I think anybody who got this car would be happy with it.
Yeah, that was my synopsis basically in my solo review. You can go check that out. I noted that when your mom came over, she really loved it.
She really loved it.
She really liked it. I would say this is aimed more not at the enthusiast driver because of the engine powertrain combination. You can go see my solo review. But for a commuter, it's fun.
Yeah.
We have a 2-liter 4-cylinder under the hood. We have a continuously variable transmission, which are notoriously panned for their horrible driving characteristics if you try and drive them sportingly. But in commuting, I mean, it's fine, right?
It's more than fine.
Yeah.
To me. I mean, the seats are comfortable.
Again, we drove it back from Dallas.
We've driven this car a lot, and it's very comfortable, easy to drive.
Plenty roomy for us. Had tons of room for our luggage back there.
But not driving a boat.
It fits in our garage very nicely. We have 2 single bay garage doors, so parks very nicely. Interestingly enough, I've been calling this an SUV coupe. We're also testing another luxury SUV coupe. It's in a size class above this, but kind of seeing a trend in the luxury SUV segment to coupify.
To coupify?
Yeah, they're SUVs. All right, are we to fuel economy and window sticker and all that fun stuff?
Yes.
Yes.
What are we seeing? Let's see.
17.6.
Yeah, and that is mostly my fault.
Yeah.
When I filmed my solo review, I left it running. It was very warm and humid, and yes. It is rated at 22 city, 28 highway, 25 combined. So I've highly tainted our realized numbers.
Yeah, but even 17.6 is really good.
Yeah. We did put a lot of highway miles on it. We've actually put more than 102, which is what it says, but yeah, been very comfortable for us the whole way. Care to guess?
57.
No, a little more.
Too low. Yeah. 62?
Yes.
I was going to say 62 first. And then
62,725 starts at 58.5.
You're getting so good.
So
I'm getting really good.
getting really good. And you've already said that anyone who would buy this would be very happy with it. So even now knowing the price?
Yeah, I mean, I would say for me, the only drawback. So my main big points, and maybe we need to start grading these.
Okay.
The main things that I look for in a car is the seat comfortable, 2-person memory, head-up display,
Check, check, check.
and the video camera.
Womp, womp.
Which, so that is literally the only drawback to this car, is I just don't think the video camera quality is as good as some of the other cars that cost the same.
Yeah.
with the
agree.
same features, but the seat is super comfortable.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that doesn't bother you that much, like I don't really even use the video camera.
I'm surprised that that's even on your list. But yeah.
But just something to think about.
Well,
I really like it.
there you have it. Ringing endorsement from the female consumer. You can see more behind the scenes stuff, more thoughts from her on Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it, all at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. Find links to everything, including our podcast from there. Be sure and hit subscribe, ring the bell, follow along, help support our family as we help support your family in the car buying process. Till next time, gearheads.
Bye.
Bye.
To infinity and beyond.
I thought you were going to do it like this.
Why was he gonna do it like that?
Because he's being silly.
To infinity and beyond.
Is that enough bloopers for Austin to put at the end?